Can you explain again what the storyline is and where
Sure,
you're coming from?
I'm Ed Stern, I'm the lead writer on the project on Smash Damage. We're making Brink, as you see behind me and around there. And we're here at E3, and this is the first kind of public hands-on playable, which is kind of awesome. It's really, people seem to be getting it. So yeah, it's a first-person shooter, and you run around, you shoot people in the face. But we wanted to give it a bit more than that. I mean, for example, I played BioShock. I love that game. I played it as slowly as possible because they put so much work into the environments. They told such an interesting story, and I really wanted to know how the environment works. So I just thought we should do something similar here. Just because it's a shooter doesn't mean you shouldn't have that kind of narrative depth. Now, if you want to, you can ignore all of that stuff. We know that a lot of gamers are not particularly motivated by narrative stuff. They just want to earn the XP, they want to get the achievements, they want to beat the game. That's absolutely fine. It's never in the way. I mean, the wrong way to do it is, I am an NPC, stop playing this game that you have paid for because I must deliver a lecture about how things used to be. That is a waste of everybody's time. It's certainly a waste of the players' time and patience. They could be playing the game. So all of our cinematics are skippable. If you're not interested in that, you don't need to. If you do want to get into the backstory and what's going on, and the kind of social, political and kind of intrigues and conspiracies that are going on, there's quite a degree of depth of backstory to that. And also, we deliberately didn't want to make it right versus wrong, because that's boring. Right versus right is more interesting. So it's not hero cops against evil terrorists, it's not heroic freedom fighters against oppressive stormtroopers. Both factions are doing the right thing, as they think, which is just true of life. Like, no one says that's right, I'm going to do evil. You know what, I really feel like being evil today. It always makes sense from their point of view. So there's the resistance and there's the security. The resistance are trying to escape the Ark. They don't believe that the rest of the... It's set in 2045 on this place that used to be this amazing kind of test bed for renewable resources and sustainable living. But it was only, it was only supposed to be a demonstrator. Unfortunately, the seas did start rising a bit. They were flooded with refugees, and then they lost contact with the outside world. So fast forward to 2045, the place is hugely overcrowded. Everything's falling apart. This whole kind of original green... No, this thing wasn't built to last for 40 years. Everything's kind of falling apart. They're really limited resources. They're rationing the water. So what are you going to do? Do you kind of save as much as you can? Do you try and keep the place running? Do you go with the security? Are you trying to save the Ark? Or are you just trying to escape it because you don't believe that the rest of the world isn't happening? Resistance are trying to escape the Ark. So basically, you'll choose one or the other, play through that campaign, play through that storyline, and at the end of it, we'll be prompted, okay, do you want to see it from the other side of things? And surprise, surprise, they don't get told the same things. Just as in real life, in the real world, no two people really agree what's going on, who's to blame, and what's to do about it. Why should that be any less ambiguous and interesting in a game? It's a big dumb shooter. If you just want to run around shooting people in the face, you're totally, that's a completely valid way to play a game. But there is more stuff if you want to get into it. I mean, even though it is optional. But yeah, I mean, hopefully it's an interesting storyline, and some of the characters are interesting, and their situations and their kind of dilemmas have got something to them as well. And of course, you just run around shooting people in the face. There is that too.
That's always a fun option.
Oh yeah.
Now, why does security want to keep the resistance from getting off the Ark?
Because it's a waste of resources. I mean, like, for a start, the resistance, there's war going on. They want to stop people killing. They are trying to preserve life and property. That's not a crazy thing to want to do. Also, there are some other reasons, but I can't really quite go into those. There are some spoilers ahoy. Oh, but that is an excellent question. Why wouldn't you just let them leave?
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
For explaining Brink.
And now I'll look at you instead of the camera.
Yeah.
My pleasure, man. Thanks for coming around.